I was born in New York City, November 13th, 1942. My mother is Jemison McBride Hammond. My father is John Henry Hammond, Jr. I don't know, the guitar seemed to me a very important part of what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is I wanted to be an itinerant blues singer. I wanted to travel from town to town and play the music that I loved most. One man, one guitar. E chord was, I could do that. And then the A chord. And then the B seventh chord, which was difficult for me. So those three chords, if I could do that, I could do a lot of songs. First song I learned to play on the guitar was a Chuck Berry tune that I thought was very cool. It was No Money Down. As I was motivating back in town, I saw a Cadillac sign said, no money down. So I eased on my brakes, I pulled in the drive, I gunned my motor twice, then I walked inside. The dealer came to me, he said, trade in your Ford, and I'll put you in a car that eat up the road. Just tell me what you want and sign that line, and I have it brought down to you in the hour's time. You know I'm gonna get me a car. Baby, I'll move on down the road. You know I won't have to worry about that broke down ragged Ford. One of the really great things that my dad did for me was in 1963, he took me to a guitar store where he knew the owner. And it's Eddie Bell's Guitar Headquarters on 49th Street in New York. And it was upstairs, and he had a 1930s steel-bodied guitar that was something special. The guy said to my father that he had it in the store for 30 years and couldn't sell it because the electric guitar wiped it out. Before the electric guitar, this was the loudest guitar that you could get. In orchestras, a guitar player might have a national guitar because he could be heard, he could do a solo over the orchestra. And I heard all these recordings, these early country blues recordings that had a guitar technique that I couldn't figure out. Someone said to me, that's a bottleneck style. Guys would take the top of a wine bottle and cut it off. This isn't a wine bottle, this is a ratchet, you know, from a mechanic's tool set, okay? And you slide it on the strings.
Will you play both guitars tonight? How would we?
Yes, I'll play both guitars.
Ouais.
On vient de jouer là en interview, c'est le style des années 30 qui ont...
Rock and roll? Once I felt like I could play a bunch of songs. I started to play at parties at school sometimes, and people just said, oh yeah, that sounds great. And I learned a lot of up-tempo tunes like Bo Diddley. Bo Diddley was tough. And he had tunes, you know, had that Bo Diddley beat. It's the hard stage. I mean, can you hear the foot at all? Right now you can.
Yeah, exactly.
I give you my money. What more can I do? You're a good little girl, but you just won't be true. I'll be your dog. If you don't dog me around, well, I'll take your dog when I'm gone from town.
What does it sound like out there, Mom?
It sounds good.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, it was the Robert Johnson stuff that was a little bit intimidating to me because his guitar playing, his technique was unbelievable. I mean, I just didn't know how anyone could ever play that good, you know. And I just made it a mission to learn these songs somehow and be able to play them. I got a kind-hearted woman, and she'd do anything in this world for me. And I got a kind-hearted woman, and she'd do anything in this world for me. But you know these evil-hearted women, and in this sure won't leave me be. So I started to learn as much of his stuff as I could, and I learned about 4 or 5 of his songs, and before you know it, I had about 12, 13 tunes I could do, and this was like in 1960, 61, and I just went for it. I just learned everything I could learn, and you know, taught myself. I'd listen to the records over and over and over again, and finally got a feeling for, you know, what I was doing. I really didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was doing something right, you know, and I just went for it. What's one kind favor I'd ask to you? Oh, there's one kind favor I'd ask to you. Well, it's one kind favor I'd ask to you. See that my grave is kept clean. It's a lonely lane, ain't got no end. It's a lonely lane, ain't got no end. It's a lonely lane, child, ain't got no end. It's a bad old window, never change. There was a time when I felt like I had to explain everything. Now it's like I am who I am, and I've been doing it for so long that, you know, I don't feel like I have to explain myself anymore. Either you like what I do or you don't, and I love what I do, and I hope it shows. And I have an audience all over the world from, you know, coming and playing, and if they didn't like it, they wouldn't keep coming to hear me, you know. Now don't you know that I love you? Honest I do, baby. Ain't nobody, baby, I'd ever place above you.